Get away from me, fly. Hey folks, the trail never ends. I wanted to show you this little homestead. I think I might have done like a video on this before, but it kind of deserves its own video. Right up the side of the mountain here is Florence lead and silver mine. If you look back through my videos, you'll see another video on that little miner shack that's up there. It's very cool. But there's this homestead down here, and my assumption is this had something to do with the mine. Maybe it didn't, but historical information about stuff like this is pretty hard to come by. I don't know if that's flies or bees, but hopefully it's flies. Anyway, you can see it's partially collapsed. Pack rats have taken over. This almost looks like some type of livestock thing to me. But who's to say for sure? It's, again, partially collapsed. But this place also had a bit of a corral out front. And by the way, that is Hayden, the smokestack at Hayden. You can see there's actually two smokestacks there. So if you want to know where I'm at, we're kind of up the mountain from Hackberry Wash. But there's some fence posts. There's some fencing remains. And on down the side of the hill here, there's a can dump that I'll show you in a minute. So there was definitely a little bit of living going on here. Oh, right there is the bees. That was bees. That sucks. I'm glad I didn't stick my head in there. So yeah, a lot of bees. So let's leave those be, pun intended. Check out the tin work. It's funny because I came up here a couple of years ago and there was actually a hornet's nest in there. So I guess the rent went up and hornets can't afford it anymore. Now it's just bees. But you can see there's a little pocket here. There's a wash down here that has a bunch of junk in it. Here's the old corral type structure. With some tin work. Got that old hinge. I don't know if this had anything to do with the mine itself. If it was some type of support, or maybe it was just a totally different development. But it is right down the hill from Florence Lead and Silver Mine. You can see a couple of cans right there by that fence. I'm not going to go over there because these, you can see in the background here, the cholla cactus. Those things are terrible. You walk within 10 feet of them. They call them jumping cholla, but you literally get close to them within 5 feet and somehow they magically attach themselves to you. They hurt and they're hard to get out. So I've already learned that lesson, so we're not going out into that. But down the road here is another cool piece of this old homestead, and it's right there. In this old remains, some type of old car. that would be. So if any of you can recognize what this actually is, props to you. Leave a comment, tell me what it is. Actually, that might have been the seat out of it. The bit springs for the seat. But piece of cool junk left in the Arizona desert by previous generations. Thanks for watching. So here we are at the old can dump. The homestead is, I don't know, maybe 50, 75 yards up that way. And then the mine is up on the side of the mountain there. But there's this can dump here. It's not a ginormous one, but there's several cans here. And these all look to be carbide cans that were used in the mine. And they're just, it's just the garbage dump for the homestead. Wish I could find one of these in good shape. It still had the label on it, but you know, 60, 70, 80 years, 100 years, 120 years out in the Arizona desert. Even though it's relatively dry, it still takes its toll.